You're listening to Counterclockwise, where we decide the best of unimportant categories. Up next, coin. Scooby-Doo Villains coming up in about 23 seconds.
It's Halloween.
Number 1, you can never have sex.
They were making love while that young boy drowned.
I'm scary Terry. You can run, but you can't hide.
I guess everyone's entitled to one good scare.
I was wondering which villain you were going to do.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe there's an outside shot. He'll try the spooky space ghost.
I've tried to do that so many times. I can't do it. I've tried that so many times. I need to like watch the voice actor who does it, like do it and figure out what tricks they're doing. Because, and I was looking it up because I couldn't remember, the castle, when they crash on like Spooky Isle or something, they have that ghost who's like a magician or whatever.
Yeah.
And he kind of laughs like that too. It's a very similar sound. And I was like, I had to pull them both up on YouTube because I couldn't remember which one sounded like, or which one was which. And I'm like, I think they both, did they just like reuse the sound? And then I pulled it up. It's very similar. They are slightly different, but it's a very similar sound because it's like that woo, and then just like that cackle, like like the space kook is like higher pitched on the cackle.
Yeah.
And then the ghost is more like an evil snicker. It's like but
Yeah, it's gotta be one of those things where they just record him doing the laugh and then they just really dub the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Or come to find out, or like, I don't know, not come to find out, I don't know. But what if it's like something where they just like, I don't know, use like a washboard? Somehow they're using a washboard with something else. Weird,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
honestly, I wouldn't be terribly surprised. A lot of times those, I don't know what the hell it would be. A lot of those sound effects, they are just like some weird object they decided they manipulate it some way, or they put like wet noodles on a box or something.
You would never know
that makes a noise.
Yeah. You'd never know like that sound came from that. You're like, that's not what that's for.
Yeah. Like, what's the one? Oh, the one I always remember is the Godzilla, like the original Godzilla, like scream roar thing. Cause it's like, it starts out really high pitched and then like ends up low. It's like, it's not quite like that, but you get the idea. I think it was like a satin glove or like a silk glove, and they put rosin on it and then rubbed it across like the strings of an upright bass.
How do you even think of something like that?
I don't know. Like I guess like, drawing a string across. Yeah, I don't know.
We need to come up with an iconic, threatening sound for a giant lizard monster.
Yeah.
I know just the thing.
Yeah, we need this lizard that is, as tall as a building, tall as a skyscraper. Its roar. Well, let me think. The first roaring sound I can come up with is an upright bass for some reason. Like, I don't know. Like, I get like, oh, you want it to be big and deep and, I don't know, robust, I guess. Okay, upright bass. But like, how do you think of, let's start out high pitched and just like a screech, and then it turns into like a low rumble. Like, what? How do you even come up with that?
You know what it kind of feels like? It kind of feels like, you know how dads save everything? Because one day they might need it.
Yeah.
I feel like there's the one guy that just has the bass guitar in every production meeting contributing nothing. And then they're like, we need this sound. And the guy's like, I knew this day would come.
Now's my time to shine.
Rips out the rosin just right down the strings.
I got just what you need. Oh.
Listen to this.
I've developed that trait, by the way. I save all kinds of stupid shit because I like to like rig stuff up with like random things, and I'll just like, I don't know, whatever. I do a lot of like crafty stuff, and I'm like, oh, well, I need like some kind of material for whatever. So I go like scrounging around my house and I'll like steal stuff off of other things. But now, because I've done that so many times, whenever I like have like if I get a package and it's got like an interesting looking like packing material in it or something, like, I might be able to use this. Or like it's like comes in like a fancy box with like a texture on it. Like, I could probably use this.
Yeah, I say
this fancy box for something.
I always save the fancy boxes. I don't save any boxes but the fancy ones. Like when I bought my Sod Poodles hat, it came in a really fucking cool box for some reason. I'm like, this box might be nicer than the hat.
Yeah.
And I've never used it since. It's just in the basement.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Yeah. You might use it for something at some point.
I can't imagine what though. Like I try to think. I'm like, if I were to ever move, I'd fit 2 things in there. Or
isn't it like a crate?
Yeah,
it looks like a crate because it looks like it's housing a sod poodle.
Yeah.
I wonder if you could like somehow turn it into a Halloween decoration, like you got like some kind of monster in there or something. I don't know how you would do that, but
that's not a bad idea. I can make like a creepy Jack in the Box thing.
Yeah, because it made me think of I think it was at Cedar Point during their Halloween weekends. They would always have almost an animatronic thing, I guess, but it was like a crate like that, but it looked like a real crate.
Yeah.
And it was probably, I don't know, probably about the size of this table, maybe a little bit smaller. And it would just like rattle every once in a while and like growl at you. like there was like a Wolverine in there or something, but it would just kind of like, you'd walk past it and it would just go, and then, or you'd hear like scratching or clawing or whatever and growls and stuff. So I always thought that was pretty cool because it would just be like motionless for a while and it had like a street light under it or above it. And then every once in a while, it'd just be like, yeah. So, what, I don't know. I lost my train of thought. What have you been up to? No, is that not a good transition? What?
It's not your best one, but it might be your funniest one. I don't know. Well, I mean,
come here often.
I mentioned last time on the pod. I don't know if it was the last episode or the one before that. It was one of our last Halloween episodes. I mentioned how this is the year I'm going to do the 30 horror movies and 31 and 31.
How much progress you make?
I've watched 3.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
And I'm not including the ones I have on at work because I'm not fully into it. Like,
you're not actually watching them.
Yeah, I don't get to watch the whole movie straight through without interruption, right? So I don't count those. I've watched 3, and they all happened last night. All 3 of them were last night?
Yeah. For context, it is October 20th.
Yeah.
So on October 19th, you watched 3 movies, and that was all 3 of them.
Correct.
For the month.
Correct.
You hadn't watched anything before that? I thought didn't we just talk about, I thought in the last episode you had watched at least one by then.
No.
No?
Oh, no, I haven't. I think the last horror movie I watched was Hard Eyes, but that was like 2 months ago. That was a fun movie. That was a really fun one.
What is that one?
It's about a killer with hard eyes.
Like Heart?
Heart.
Oh, okay.
Not hard.
I think you were saying hard. I'm like, that's a really weird title for a movie.
A lot of my words run together, so.
Yeah.
So Trinity wanted to watch the new I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Oh, yeah.
So naturally, I'm like, well, we can't without watching the other 2.
Yeah, we got to watch them.
We got to watch just all 3.
Yeah.
And so we painted pumpkins and watched the first 2. And then I was like, we got to be done because I've seen these 2, and so I can paint while watching them.
Yeah.
Right. I'm like, when we start this new one, I'm out because I can't do 2 things at once.
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
No. If it's like an important movie, I can't. Or important, quote unquote, something that's important to me, like one I want to watch.
I haven't seen it, so I want to actually, give my full undivided attention to it. Can't be painting a pumpkin, so I'm gonna make sure I'm done. And I got my Pokeball done, and was all set. But I am 3 out of 31 so far,
and all of them are I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Correct. Which is funny.
Which isn't even like an October-y movie.
Which is funny because the last episode we were talking about Seared in horror moments, and I told everybody my introduction into to the horror genre was I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah.
And
so yeah, I guess that tracks. Yeah.
There was a scene, I think the first kill. It's so funny rewatching that movie, the characters in the movie that I was like, I didn't realize it. Johnny Galecki's just randomly in it.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He's just, the second one is so ridiculously stupid. But it was so fun.
Does that have what's her name in it again?
Yeah, it has all the same. Yeah, Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Yeah,
and Freddie Prinze are in.
Oh, okay.
They're in all of them.
I couldn't remember how many people survived the first one.
Just the two.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The second one is so ridiculous. Like it basically is I Know What You Did Last Summer, but in the Bahamas.
Oh.
And
yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that one.
It's Jack Black's in it.
Oh, really?
And he has dreadlocks.
Oh, God.
And he's the like stereotypical stoner guy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Does it?
When did that come out?
Like 98.
Jesus.
I think 97 was the first one, so I think they were a year apart.
Oh, they're pretty close. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah.
What is it called? I still know what you did
last summer. There's actually a standalone third one.
It's a stand with none of the. What is that one again?
I think it's like I Always Know What You Do Last Summer or something stupid.
Yeah, How do you feel about when they try to get like clever with the titles of sequels like that? Where they change the word or whatever.
I actually don't mind. I still know what you did last summer.
That one's not as bad. It's when you get too far and then it's like it gets a little ridiculous.
Yeah, I actually like that
one's
one a
not
lot.
too bad.
And then they just went back to I Know What You Did Last Summer for the new one, and it's not a remake; it's a sequel to both of them. So
yeah, that one always confuses me when they just use the same title. So now every time you mention it, you have to put the year next to it in parentheses, like the Halloween. Yeah. Like you couldn't just call that like Halloween Begins. That's Batman, but
Halloween Returns or something like
like that, like Halloween Again or something. Halloween Again sounds like a dramedy or something, but
a dramedy.
Yeah, I don't know what you would go with, but I mean, maybe that's why. Maybe they couldn't come up with a good title. But like, it's always weird to me when they just they reboot it or whatever. But it's it's a sequel, but then they just use the same title. Like, what are we doing? They should do one like the next sequel should be I Know What You're Gonna Do Next Summer.
It's. I don't want to.
It's like it'd be like Jason X, where they go to the future or something. Yeah. It's like weird time travel involved.
So like the new it came out this year. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. Definitely a lot of callbacks. Campy,
Does she say the line again?
No, but she does the "What are you waiting for" thing. Yeah. But like not in like the over the top. What are you waiting for?
Yeah.
I'm right here.
Screaming into the abyss.
Yeah. She didn't do that. She just kind of, but like, they reference a lot, and this doesn't really spoil the movie, but whatever. The new group, right? The one that's being stalked. Uh-huh. They discover this Julie, which is Jennifer Love Hewitt's character. They discovers where
Julie.
They discover where she's like working now. So they go, the main girl like goes and talks to her and then brings it up. And it's like, it's happening to us. We're getting the letters or whatever. And she stops and she goes, hey, we just need your help how to approach this. And so dumb. And I knew it was coming, but you know what? Just give me it. I'm here for the nostalgia. Just give me it. And Julie, she's like, I just got one question to ask you. Long dramatic pause. What did you do last summer? Like, come on. Come on. Really?
Yeah. There's some of those where like you almost have to have it in the movie.
Yeah.
Like
and this isn't a complaint. It's just like she's like, I know, or she was like, I just have one question to ask. And I'm like,
yeah, here we go.
And I looked at Trent and I'm like, she's going to ask the question. She's going to ask what she did last summer. What did you do last summer? Okay. Like, what? Yeah.
So, well, anyway, the meddling kid across the table from me is my favorite brother, Brandon Wise. I'm Tyler Wise, and this is the All-Timers Club for Scooby-Doo Villains. And, yeah, here we go. I assume we're doing 5. When we started this show a year and a half ago, we always said, like, hey, maybe we'll do 3. Maybe we'll only do 4. Have we ever done not 5? Anything other than 5?
I think
other than
when we did
the one logo or the minor league team names, I think we did because we did like 1 per or 2 per thing or whatever.
I thought we did 3 with the letters.
You might be right.
That might be the only one though. I think because we had a lot of repeats, so we switched
it was kind of a limited.
Yeah,
it was a limited number. Maybe that's why.
Because all the letters kind of sucked.
That makes sense.
You know, except for I think that was the only one we've ever switched it up.
I forgot about that episode. That was an early one. That was like episode 4 or something.
Yeah,
like that. Yeah.
One of my favorites. That was one of my favorites.
It was a classic. Yeah.
We got really angry about letters.
That might be the angriest we've ever been on the show. And we're talking about like the letter Q.
I don't know. We got pretty angry about vegetables. We were pretty, pretty hot about vegetables.
So for a little context here, we're both big fans of the Scoob.
You a little bit more than me, but
me especially. It's kind of like part of my personality almost.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get that personality back because I was a lot like that, and then it just kind of faded. Now I'm every once in a while I'll pull it up and just have it on.
Yeah.
It's so funny to watch these shows as an adult now, man. It's just it's so
you pick
funny.
up on so much that you missed.
But also it's really corny. It is so corny, but it's for me. I love corny to an extent.
Yeah. You recognize that it's a kid's show. It's from 1969 or 1970, the originals anyway.
Yeah.
So like, of course it's got to be a little cheesy. You actually had this idea over a month ago. You brought it up to me. You've been on a real tattoo kick lately. You've gotten a handful recently.
Yeah.
You got the bug a while ago, so you've just been adding here and there.
Well, I got the bug when I got the dogs tattooed, and then it didn't really become infectious until I got my Michael. And then when I got my Michael, it's like, well, he needs some friends. He needs some neighbors over there.
Yeah, you brought this up to me, and I thought it was a great idea because, I don't know, it's like right in my wheelhouse. You wanted to do a matching tattoo, which normally I don't do matching tattoos, but that's usually when you're doing it with like a friend or like a significant other because things change there. But you're always going to be my brother unless you like, I don't know, like stab a friend of mine or something. Then I'd be like, hey, I might not be cool with this guy anymore. But like other than that, like we're probably going to be pretty close.
Imagine I just stab your best friend. You're like, hey, I didn't much care for that.
You shouldn't have done that. Well, you're in luck.
This man.
You're in luck because I don't have any friends. So
Shut the fuck up.
But anyway, I don't know what's in my throat. Ah!
Jesus Christ.
Well, the little throat clearings weren't doing it, so I had to give it some gusto.
Give me a fucking warning.
I backed up. I got off the mic.
Yeah, I didn't know you were going to do a Greg sneeze.
Yeah, a house shaker. The old rafter rattler. Yeah, so so your idea for matching tattoos, we would each pick like our favorite, not necessarily whatever those words were, not necessarily our favorite villain, but maybe the best that would look, or the one that would look best on Jesus Christ, what am I trying to say? The one that would look best in a tattoo.
Yeah. Our favorite combined with the most aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we probably each have a handful of favorites anyway. So we would each get a Scooby-Doo villain and they would kind of be facing each other or doing like the back-to-back stance or something to where when we're standing next to each other, like it's on like each of our bicep or something.
Like one of those tattoos where it looks good as a standalone, but then it's
you put them together.
It's a good interactive one with somebody else. Yeah.
Yeah, so if we're standing together, it looks like they're, doing something. And I think we talked about, we talked about them playing rock, paper, scissors or something because we used to do that as kids and stuff. So it's been itching me because I loved that idea. And you actually brought it up at your birthday almost 2 months ago, I guess now. You mentioned wanting to get a Scooby-Doo villain tattooed, and you're like, which one do you think would look best in a tattoo? And we were talking about that, and then that got me thinking, like, maybe I should get one of these. And then you bring up, like, a couple weeks later, you're like, well, let's get a matching tattoo with both of them. I'm like, okay, now you're speaking my language. Yeah. Because for whatever reason with tattoos, like, I have gotten kind of the bug, but I don't know. I'm always really particular, especially with tattoos, because they're, obviously they're permanent. So I have to like really love the idea, and I usually have to like let it marinate in my brain for a while before I do it. So this is good. This has gotten the juices flowing. I've been thinking about it a lot, looking up sample pictures and different styles and things, and thinking about which one I want and everything. And
let me just say, that's when it gets really real. When you just nothing but looking up ideas and references, like that's exactly
yeah. Because I was trying to figure out, because like part of me says, because I obviously I grew up watching all the iterations of Scooby-Doo, but especially the originals, and I would watch them with Greg, and when we watched them so often, we would like when the title sequence would start, we'd try to predict which episode was coming. Like, oh, which one do you think is going to be? Well, I'm thinking Hassel in the Castle. I'm thinking Bedlam in the Big Top. Okay, we'll see.
And it's always like, which is which?
I swear that one was every time they had a block. They had like a 2-hour block of Scooby-Doo. Which is which was on in there somewhere.
Always.
Every time. If you had like the DraftKings odds on which episode was going to be coming up, that one was like minus 110 or something.
Always.
Yeah. Whoops. Forgot to turn my sound off. By the way, I just made that connection that my text notification sound is from Scooby-Doo. Yeah. I kind of forgot about that.
We're going to leave that in.
Yeah. It's relevant. Yeah. So, and then there were some that they didn't play much at all, which is strange because there's only 25, I think it's 25 original episodes.
Yeah. And then they'd play one of those rare ones. You're like, all right. And
it's like, man, I haven't seen this one in a while.
And it's like watching it for the first time, which is awesome.
I know. It's weird because it's in the title sequence. They show the guy, the like blue phantom. He just looks like a guy wearing old clothes, but his face is blue.
Yeah.
They hardly ever show that one on TV. It's weird. That one's also like not very good, so maybe that's why. Like I don't like that episode very much. Well, so maybe that's part of it. But
well, back to the tattoo thing. So like what I want to get is one of the like bluish green phantoms.
Yeah, with like the pair with the chains.
Yeah, but it'd probably just be one of them.
Well, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I think that'd look best on my arm, but if we go the rock paper scissors route, they don't have arms, so I can't really do that.
They have arms. They have like they're like claw hands that stick out because they got chains on them. They have like chains.
Oh
on
yeah,
their
you're
wrists,
right. Okay, yeah, it's just
they rattle the chains.
Most of the pictures you see, you don't see
like,
that part. Yeah, you're right.
They do that weird head shake thing. You think that's what the Scream mask was based on? Because they have very similar looking faces.
Very similar. But I think it has a lot to do with. Well, I don't know, but maybe just a mix between that and just like ghosts in general.
Yeah.
Real quick, while we're on the Scream topic again. Well, not again. We didn't talk about it before, but Scream 2. How familiar are you with the opening scene?
Fairly.
All right. I know it's a movie.
Oh,
this is one of those things that just
the whole thing is very ridiculous.
It just bugs the shit out of me how out of control that whole theater is. I know. In no world, I don't care if it's the 90s. I went to the movies in the 90s.
Yeah.
For big blockbuster hits, sure, it was Tiffin, Ohio. It wasn't anything in crazy like that. But like, in no world, unless you rent it out privately.
Yeah.
And buy it out and buy the stuff for your guests specifically. In no theater are you buying a ticket and getting a full Spirit Halloween costume.
Yeah.
You're not going to get the knife with it. And everybody going out of control watching the movie, pretending to stab people the whole time in the movie.
And they're like popcorn's flying everywhere.
No,
and
no
everybody's
way is
like
that ever
yelling
happening.
and talking and like screaming over the movie. It's like, well, yeah, it's wild. Like that's not like, I get it's a movie. It's supposed to be exaggerated, but like that's crazy. They're acting like it's like people would dress up for like the Star Wars premieres and stuff like that. But like, this is a brand new movie. It's not even a sequel. It's just like a brand new movie. Like, were people doing that for Scream when Scream came out? Just dressing in the ghost fit? No, I don't think so.
The most I've heard anybody ever in a movie theater is when I went to see Avengers Endgame and people were going crazy for the hammer scene.
Yeah. And that happens once in a while. You'll get that with like a cult movie that they re-release in the theaters because everybody that's going to see it has seen it a million times because it's a cult movie.
Yeah.
So and then they have like, there's like kind of inside jokes or whatever where there's different lines and people will repeat the line or they'll say the line with it or something. And then they get kind of rowdy, but that's because they've seen it a million times. Yeah. You're not going to do that for a brand new movie.
I know.
And then like you said, buying the whole costume.
Especially a movie like that where it's like a based on true story kind of thing.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Like everybody is so like
it's definitely a cynical take.
Y'all are deranged, man.
But
like,
that's a little wild. And that whole scene is a little over the top. So I guess we should probably get down into the actual nitty gritty of the show here, but I did want to mention because I was editing late.
Real quick, sorry. Back to the tattoo.
Yeah.
Have you decided, or
no?
Do you have a finalist? You have a couple finalists.
What's funny is the two that I keep coming back to are the two that you told me. So we have very similar like aesthetic choices. But there are a couple other ones that I'm considering. I think I'm down to like 4, but then every once in a while I'll look at my list again. I'm like, I don't know, this one would also be pretty cool. So then I kind of bump that one up. I'm like, maybe that one's a little not so much that I bump it down.
What we could do is if we come up with the same final 2, we could just like in theme
rock paper, scissors for it. Yeah. Honestly, that might be what it comes down to because the ones you sent me were the Space Kook and the ones you mentioned earlier, the green ghost guy. And those are the ones I think just like tattoo wise, like colors wise, I feel like that would be look the coolest. The other ones I've considered were the creeper, I think would be cool. Captain Cutler, like the deep sea diving suit guy, the glowing thing.
Yeah, that would be hard to make it glow.
Yeah. Like it's just going to look like yellow and then yellow or like a green, like a highlighter kind of yellowish green. And that's also going to fade more because it's yellow. And
a good artist will make it work though.
Yeah. I feel like that's like a popular one. I feel like if you look up Scooby-Doo tattoos, like that's one of the first ones you see too. So, but anyway, a couple of things I wanted to mention, almost like they're kind of like corrections because I was editing last night. So they're fresh in my mind. I was trying to think of like the thing like Mousetrap, like in Final Destination, where one thing leads to another and it hits this and trips that and yada, 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 and then somebody dies. I kept calling it a something machine because I couldn't think of the name. It's a Rube Goldberg machine.
Gotcha.
And I also looked up why it's called a Rube Goldberg machine. I never knew the answer to that. I thought he was like a physicist or something. No, he was a cartoonist.
Of course he was.
He would make drawings like that where it'd be like some goofy thing where like the one I saw was like the automatic napkin machine or something like that where he like it's like connected to the guy's spoon. He like lifts the spoon to his mouth and then that does a thing and there's like a bird involved and yada yada and then eventually there's just like a clock, like the pendulum on a clock has a napkin attached to it and that like swings and wipes your chin. Anyway, Alzheimer's Club, Scooby-Doo Villains. Do you want to, how do we do this? God, it's been like 2 months since we've done an Alzheimer's Club. Do we do the nominees first? You want to hit me with your nominees?
Yeah. This is tough because I have 10.
Oh, I know. I had
I have 10 and then I have 4 that are under consideration because I think they were better than being an honorable mention.
Are these just the original series?
Everything.
Everything. Cool. That's what I did too. Go ahead.
Because I knew you were going to do everything, so I did everything as well. Because
There's not a ton outside of those original, but yeah.
No, but there's some that are worth mentioning.
Yep.
So how do you want me to do it? You made all the nominees and then the considerations? Because I can't not mention them. Because if I want to switch, I'm just going to do it the way I want to.
Just give me everything. If you want to cut some out later, we'll cut some out.
Right.
Because you probably have a lot of the ones that I'm going to say too. So then I'll just add what I don't. I'll add in of mine what you didn't have.
I got you. Okay. A few of the obvious.
Yep. A few bit habit.
Now, there's a new horror movie podcast I just discovered. It's called Fright Night Flicks or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And it's these two brothers that just review horror movies. And the host does that a lot, where he just can't speak. He like messes up his words a lot, and then he just repeats the mess up like we do all the time.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, this is so relatable. I feel seen.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Anyways, so a few of the obvious ones. I have Minor 49er.
Yep.
The Black Knight, Spooky Space Kook,
Yeah.
The Creeper, Captain Cutler, your coin mummy, Charlie the Funland Robot, and then from the outside, from not the originals, I have Revolta and the Grim Creeper.
Yeah. Okay.
From Ghoul School.
Yeah. All right. I'm happy that you mentioned them.
Okay. Well, you might really like this one then, because these guys ruled. Dracula, Brunch, and Crunch from The Reluctant Werewolf.
Brunch. I forgot that was their name.
It's always so funny when Dracula's yelling at Brunch and Crunch because he's like, Brunch!
Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, man. It's been so long since I watched that movie.
I know. We used to watch it so much, and I wish I knew where to watch it, because I would watch the shit out of that.
The running joke in our family, because this was back in the days when you would tape something on TV on a VHS tape, and then you just rewatch that. You hand write it on the side. Reluctant Werewolf with an N. That's how we always pronounced it when I was a kid. Reluctant Werewolf. And I always wanted to watch it. I wanted to watch it like every night. And the joke was that I watched it so many times, like the tape was wearing out. Yep. So you could like barely make it out. It was like so fuzzy. Yeah.
So the other ones I have, the considerations are Ghost of Redbeard, the Werewolf, the Two Phantoms, and then Old Iron Face.
Old Iron Face. Okay, yeah. I was not expecting that one either.
Well, there's a very specific reason why. And it's because he like literally rides two sharks for like water skis.
I forgot about that. Yeah. You don't see those episodes too often either. Those the Scooby-Doo show or something like that. Okay, so let me see. Which ones didn't you mention? I'm actually surprised you didn't mention one of them. So of the original series, I think the only ones I had that you didn't have was the Headless Spectre and the one I mentioned earlier, the like castle ghost, the Haunted Isle, Hassle in the Castle ghost, the one that screeches. And then the from Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, the Werecat ladies, I don't know what you call. No, not the Hex Girls.
No, that's from a different one. Simone and Lena.
Yeah, they're the ladies on Zombie Island that turn into werecats and terrorize people, steal people's souls or whatever to gain youth. Yeah. So I think, other than that, I think you had pretty much everybody I had. A little surprised by your list. I mean, we had a lot of them in common, but the ones we didn't have in common, I was a little surprised by.
Yeah. We'll get into it.
Okay. We are going to take a tiny little break, and then we'll come back and hash these out. Cool? Cool. All right, we are back, and do you have any honorable mentions?
Yeah, I have a shit ton.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you probably got a couple.
All right, so these three are from Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo. Okay. I have the Invisible Ghosts. I have the Swamp Witch.
The Swamp Witch. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
Because that was one I thought was on the original. I thought she was part of the original series, not Scrappy-Doo.
Oh, yeah.
So
I don't remember seeing that one very much.
I have the Tar Monster.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that was one of mine. That one reappears a lot. That must have been a popular one for a lot of the creators because that's in one of the live action movies.
It's just he appears a lot. He's just he's not that memorable.
It's just not as iconic. Kind of like a goofy one.
Yeah,
it's just a fun one to throw in there.
It's just
here
an
and there.
easy one. I've got the Ghost Clown.
Watch the pretty coin of gold, and you will do what you are told.
Come for the honorable mentions, stay for the impressions. I've got the Puppet Master.
Yeah, that's a good one. I always like when that one comes on, because that's another one I feel like wasn't on very often, but when it would come on, I'm like, oh, okay. It would start out kind of weird. It starts I was like, I don't know if I like this one. And then by the end, I'm like, okay, I do like this one.
Yeah.
I was like, some of because the puppets come down when they're on the stage, and they keep having, there's the gunslinger one or something, and then there's a Viking, and all he does is yell. He's just ho, ho. That's it. And he just does that 4 times in the episode. So that sound is just stuck in my head forever. Ho, ho.
Moving on. I've got the Ghost of Dr. Coffin.
What's that one again?
I have all these tabs up because I knew you were going to ask, and I don't remember where they are.
Okay, yeah. As soon as I looked up a picture, I know who you're talking about, yeah.
I've got the Werecats, as you said, Simone and Lena. The Hex Girls.
Yeah. They're not really villains, though. I mean, they kind of are villains, but...
They're like a tweener.
Yeah.
But...
They kind of start out that way at the beginning. You think they're villains, and then, it turns out they're just regular girls in a rock band.
I've got the Caveman.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I like that one.
Yeah.
The Witch Doctor.
Uh-huh.
I have the Headless Spectre as an honorable mention.
Yeah.
The Snow Ghost. And then the Phantom Virus from the movie Cyber Chase.
Yeah. That one doesn't get a lot of love, but...
That's a good one.
I like that one.
Yeah, I do too.
I think it's a fun one. It's not... I haven't watched it in a while. I want to rewatch it to see how I think about it as an adult.
Yeah.
I think maybe critically it's not great, but it's just kind of a fun one because they do the retro Scooby-Doo cast, and they bring them in, and they have the old clothes on and stuff, and that's when the Tar Monster is back in, and Iron Face is in that one, and I think Jaguaro's in that too, which is just a guy with a cat face. That's a weird one.
All right, my last one, and I'm gonna read the bio of it because it's okay. I'm big, you know me. I'm a big wrestling fan, right? I only put this in here because I'm a wrestling fan. It's Cookie, aka Ghost Bear, from Scooby-Doo WrestleMania Mystery, and his bio is he was a coach at WWE's WWE.
Yep.
He was a coach at WWE City's Rockyard Training Facility, and he's the uncle of Ruben. I guess he's in the movie, whatever. He's a middle-aged African-American male with short black hair and a goatee. He's a little overweight. As the Ghost Bear, he's an enormous and monstrous bear with muscular build. You get the idea. He once started to train wrestling to become the champ, got hurt. So he's like, if I can't be champ, nobody can be. So he terrorized WrestleMania because Shaggy and Scooby won a contest to go to WrestleMania or whatever. And John Cena's in it, and
I think there's two.
I think Brodus Clay is in it.
I think there's 2 WWE specials or movies, TV movies that they made.
I actually bought this movie when it came out on DVD. Never fired it up though. Yeah. I just bought it. Never. I don't even know if I still have it. I think I still have it. I just never fired it up.
I'm pretty sure there is a second one. One of my hyperfixations a while ago, I made. This is kind of embarrassing. I made a spreadsheet of all of the Scooby-Doo iterations, and when they started, when they ended, and what kind of thing was it, what cast was in it, if it was the full original gang, or if it was just Scooby, Shaggy, and Scrappy, and yada yada yada. Went through all of it, and then did all the movies and stuff, and so I'm pretty sure there was 2. Like they did one, I think the one you're talking about, and then I think they might have done one a couple years later that was also WWE. But I'm probably not going to be able to find it very quickly. So I will just give up on that. Oh yeah, here it is. Scooby-Doo and WWE Curse of the Speed Demon.
Oh.
Anyway, so the one that I never really knew about until Greg mentioned it one time. He's like, hey, you ever see this episode? I was like, no, I've never even heard of that. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And then I watched it. I was like, oh my God, how have I never seen this episode before? This is great. It's the Diabolical Disc Demon. I think I've shown you pictures of this guy before. He basically looks like if Ronald McDonald was a member of Kiss. He like terrorizes a recording studio. Did you pull it up?
What the hell is this thing?
He's like an old glam rocker that got somehow burned by the system or something, or burned by the record company. So he comes back to try to destroy whatever new recordings, new artists or something. Tries to derail their careers or something because his was derailed or something. I can't remember exactly what it is, but just the look of this guy is amazing.
Fantastic,
so I had to throw him in there.
That's a good one.
And then the only other one I had was the pterodactyl ghost from Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed. Which overall, I don't like that movie because of all of they try to throw back to all these old villains, and I'm a purist, and they botched all of that, and I hate it. But I do like the story with the pterodactyl ghost. I think that part's good. With randomly, what the hell is his name? Here's a clue for you. He does the voice of Chris Griffin.
Oh, Seth Green.
Seth Green. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it's Seth Green that's randomly in that movie. And I think he's maybe they think he's the bad guy. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. But anyway, I did have some dishonorable mentions. We already talked about a couple of them. I just said all the racist ones, which there's a handful. We got the dog napper, like I mentioned. That's probably the worst one. We have the Chinatown guy. I don't even know what he is. He's just a guy with this golden mask. And it's okay, it's a little much. And then I think the witch doctor one is a little bad too, because it's just a white guy.
I think he looked. I think doctor mask. I'm not excusing it, but just the look of it's pretty cool. Yeah. I think.
Also, the fortune teller is a little rough because it's portraying they call it a gypsy. That's not the appropriate word anymore. So that was just a little half mention. Just wanted to mention all those.
So I haven't watched that one in a while. So what? Why is the dog napper one racist?
They have this it's a plot to. They're dog napping all of these show dogs to somehow make it to where there's only one competitor left or something, and their dog will win or something. I can't remember exactly what, or maybe they're holding them for ransom or something, but they're stealing all these show dogs, and their whole gimmick basically is that there's the ghost of Geronimo or something. Oh, and it's goodness. It's just a bunch of white guys, and the one guy's dressed as an Indian chief, and in the episode they say it's Geronimo, and it's just a Native American on a horse. It's how do you know that that's Geronimo? Was he wearing a name tag? What are you talking about? I think it's Geronimo that they say, but it's just it's one of the most common Native Americans in history, indigenous peoples, that it's just there's Geronimo and Crazy Horse, and it's okay, name another one.
Right.
So it's just Geronimo. I don't know. It's pretty rough. And they're doing the sound thing, the sound, the I don't even know
over
what you call
mouth.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the hand thing. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cringy. The whole episode's pretty rough. Anyway, that's the most egregious one. The rest of them are just a guy pretending to not be a white guy. But anyway, we can get down to the actual nominees here. You got any sure things? I don't know if we have any sure things. We might have a couple sure things now that I look at my list again. Do you have any that are you can't live without. Weird way to say it, but you know what I mean.
I'd probably say the Miner 49er is probably my only.
Really? See, I'm a proponent of the Miner 49er. I wasn't going to say that was a sure thing.
I think that's my only sure thing, honestly.
See, I would have said the Creeper or Charlie the Robot over Miner 49er.
The Creeper's on a lot.
And I think that's one of the... Because I was trying to think...
I could make the argument for Black Knight being sure thing because he's like the first villain you see. Yeah,
it's the first episode was Black Knight. That character's just boring to me.
He is boring.
Just not very interesting. Yeah. So that's why I didn't even nominate him. So I was like, it's just a guy in a fight. I do like that episode.
How? Get me out of this pot. Quick drying mold cement. I don't know why I always remember that specific line. It's Shaggy saying quick drying mold cement is just funny to me.
I like the scene where they're in the airplane and somehow it like can still fly, and it like flies around and then it like rips the wings off and then they're just rolling through. It's fun. But yeah, other than that, like I don't know, the actual like I don't know, it's kind of boring, the actual character, I think. But I was trying to think whenever you see like a Scooby-Doo lunchbox or like something out there, or like a t-shirt or something that's got different characters on it, if there's villains on it, there's usually there's the greatest hits.
Yeah.
It's usually, I think there's like the top tier that I was thinking of.
The Creeper's
Captain Cutler.
Yeah.
The Creeper. A lot of times it's the Ghost Clown. Redbeard is a popular one. I feel like there's another one I'm missing. Oh, well, a lot of times it's like the zombie from the Which Witch is Which, the witch and the zombie.
Yeah.
Usually you don't see the witch as much, but the zombie's usually on there. So those were kind of up there. That's why I was saying Creeper. And did I mention Charlie the Robot? I think that's the one I was thinking of. Yeah. That one's always on there
always
too.
On.
And it's a big part of the opening credits too. I don't know why they do that sound when it's Charlie the Robot, because he doesn't make any noise. But anyway, so I would say Charlie for me is probably a sure thing. I think Miner 49er is definitely up there. What do you think about Charlie and the Creeper?
I don't know, but the Niner's hitting cleanup for me, and he's killing it.
Okay. I mean, the Miner, it does take some skill to be the Miner 49er.
That's what I'm saying.
Because he was able to fool like the entire town, this entire mining town, and the mystery gang for a little while, just by like putting on a fake beard and some stilts. Like that's all he does. He doesn't even change his clothes. Somehow he just completely fools them.
I almost nominated the Mystery Machine because there was one episode where it went full Christine.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a good one.
All right. Anyways, back to you. So the Creeper, man, you're right. Oh, well, yeah. I'm like visualizing that now. Why didn't we put Scooby-Doo on when we started this episode? We should have just had it on.
Yeah, because we would be like stopped and watching it for half of it, and we would take 3 hours to get through this.
As opposed to what? Stopping and watching baseball with no sound with teams involved that we don't root for?
Fair. I mean, there are like four or five former Guardians on the field right now as we speak.
True. Anyways, all right. So, oh man, the Creeper is such a good episode. That's such a good one.
Yeah, I feel like that one is another one that was on a ton.
It was.
It's a popular one. They have it's one of the ones with the song during the chase scene, which I always like, because that was the second season. Second season, they all had the chase scene with one of the songs, the pop songs in it.
Yeah.
That was
because that's when they're on like the log flumes, right? That's when
they're in like a barn. They chase him into like a barn, and they end up like catching him in a hay bale. They go through like a baler, or like a straw bale, I guess.
Which one am I thinking of then?
The log flume. So I know they end up on a log in the Snow Ghost episode, because I think one of them ends up like tied to a log and it's like going through a saw. And they have to shut
I
it
know
off.
that's not that one. Anyways, doesn't
There's
matter.
the one with the werewolf one where they're floating down the river in a barrel.
That's what I'm
Is
thinking
that what you're talking about? I love that episode. That's one of my favorites too.
Yep, the werewolf one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm thinking of.
That was one I was going to mention too, or a question I was going to ask you. You mentioned werewolf. Is that the werewolf you're talking
Yes.
about? Not the werewolf from the gaggle of galloping ghosts.
No.
The one with the fortune teller where where he's disguised as a bunch of them.
Was that the first episode?
No, that was the Black Knight was the first episode.
Okay, I wasn't sure if he was part of that. A gaggle of galloping ghosts.
Yeah, that's the one with it's a fortune teller out front, and
Right.
then
I always
it's
remember
like it's like a Frankenstein-ish kind of monster, a Dracula or a vampire, and then a werewolf.
That's right. Yeah, the werewolf, because the werewolf's chasing him outside at the end in the barrel, right? Or was it like a watermill or something like that?
Yeah, like some kind of mill. But there's sheep there too, so I don't know. But he's like, they're like chasing him in like the big mill, the big wheel thing, water wheel, whatever you call that thing. And then he gets like stuck on like a rock or something. I always like that too because his voice, he starts yelling like a person.
Yeah, help me, help me. It's so goofy. Help me.
He's like big and scary the whole time, and then help me. He's got like shaved hair because they shear him earlier. He's like, I don't remember what his plot was, but he's like sending sheep in barrels down the river or something. Like he's like stealing sheep or something.
Yeah.
Like what? So it's such a weird episode.
Yeah.
So very strange plot, but
He's throwing him in a barrel and just covering the barrel. And it's like,
he's got like an air hole in it so the sheep can breathe, but then they just send a sheep in a barrel down the river.
It's like
Such
a message
weird
in a
thing.
bottle type thing.
Yeah, it's
so
a weird
strange.
one. Yeah, I always like that one. Okay, so where are we? You think Charlie's a sure thing?
Yeah, just because.
I'm thinking the Creeper too. We'll come back to that one, but I think let's can we eliminate any? Let's go through and eliminate some.
Let's eliminate.
I'm thinking out on Iron Face, just because not the most memorable guy relative to the rest of these.
No, but let's talk about how again he rides sharks for skis. Like
I can't remember what is like the premise of that guy.
I don't know, but it's just he rules. That just rules that you do that.
Like that sounds like something somebody just like had a weird dream about.
Yeah,
like, and that guy just like appeared in his dream.
That was definitely
definitely
an LSD.
Yeah, somebody was on
episode.
something. Yeah,
Definitely
for sure.
Yeah, very high during that episode. So we can get him out. I just nominated him just because of the sharks. Like if he didn't ride sharks, bye.
Yeah, for sure. I wanted to mention. I wanted to nominate the Headless Spectre. I wasn't as high on him.
No,
but I do really like that episode.
I do too.
I just think the character itself isn't all that iconic, but I really do like that.
I think the Headless
episode.
Horseman is better than him, and I didn't even nominate him.
Oh yeah, it's from a later one, but I don't know. It's kind of.
I think he's better.
I don't know. It's just like a classic character, though.
Yeah, but I still
just rehash.
I know, but sometimes that works. I just think it's better.
Yeah.
I mean, Headless Spectre's good, but
I'm Penrod Stillwell, great grandson of Jefferson Stillwell.
You might be a country person, country boy.
Stillwell shows the way. And there's just like a head in a box. That's a weird one too.
Very weird.
Yeah, that's my greedy neighbor, Asa Shanks. He's trying to steal my gold. Steal my treasure. Anyway. I read this. I don't know if this is accurate. That guy's voice, he's voiced by Casey Kasem. I don't know if that's accurate. It was on like Scoobypedia. So who knows? They might have just like copied and pasted it and not changed it. But that doesn't sound anything like Casey Kasem. But I don't know. Voice actors are crazy. Sometimes
they are, but
wild.
sometimes they still leave a hint.
Yeah, you can usually tell a little bit. But yeah, that one was weird. Maybe it's just because he's got an accent, so it just sounds not quite right. But anyway, where else are we? Anything else you want to?
So you're not on board with the Niner 49er, the Niner 40 minor,
Yeah.
the minor 49er?
No, I like the minor 49er. I don't think it's quite a sure thing, but I'm definitely like up on it. I mean, as one of my favorite characters.
Right.
That was my first costume when you had your first Halloween party.
I know. That's why I was
costume.
surprised you didn't even nominate, or you did nominate.
I did
but
nominate
not
it.
a sure
It was one of my top. It was like my third one.
No,
I mentioned,
know. I meant
but
like a sure thing. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just I didn't quite want to put it up there yet. It's not quite on the like iconic level.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites, but
I think we need to. I think next year's party we need to do a theme.
yeah.
I'm thinking Scooby Villains.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think. It's
I'd be fine with that. That'd be cool.
Well, okay. Where do you stand with the Mr. Kook here, Mr. Space Kook?
Mr. Kook. You got no argument for me.
I
love the Space Kook.
do too.
I think it's so good. And the laugh, the cackle.
I kind of feel like we're going to be fighting over him to get him on our arm.
Yeah.
I feel like
we're probably that's probably the one we're gonna be rock paper scissoring
the
for.
loser's going to be very upset that he's not going to get him on his arm.
Yeah. I think maybe we should wait before we get him in there.
Okay.
Just to see what else we have, but I'm fine with that for now. I'm out on Redbeard. Redbeard's boring to me. It's one that's like on a lot of stuff. It's definitely like a memorable one, at least for, merch, but I don't know. It's just a pirate. He doesn't really do much. The episode has the dry ice in the ocean. That's kind of cool to make the fog.
The fog, yeah.
But is that the one? I can't remember. Is that the one where Scooby-Doo cuts the fog out with his toenail and then he eats it?
Yeah.
I always loved that one. That's one of my favorite scenes of all of Scooby-Doo.
Yeah,
he cuts it out and then he cuts out the little hole in the middle and he goes.
Yeah, because only Scooby could make eating fog look good.
Yeah, somehow.
Like,
he cuts it out. It's like, yeah, man, I want some fog.
I don't. So like, it's so funny with that because you watch Scooby and they eat those subs and they look amazing.
Yeah,
they look so delicious. But I don't come anywhere near subs like that in real life. I don't eat those. They just don't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like them. And it's just so funny because they eat those things and I'm like, I really want a 10-foot long sub right now. But I know I would never eat it in real life.
Yeah, no, especially, yeah. I remember we used to do a lot of those. We used to like try to do the double stack, triple stack thing when we were kids. We would add like a couple of pieces of bread. It's like, why do we need the bread? Just do meat. Cheese.
You used to? I still currently do that.
You do the extra bread slice in there?
Yeah.
I don't do the extra bread slice. Just give me meat.
I think I do it for the filling. I don't know.
Yeah. It does look better having an extra slice of bread in there.
I feel like it's gonna. I say this like I'm stacking 100 things together, but it's gonna. Having that divider in there helps it structurally.
Yeah, it probably does. I will say it does kind of break it up a little bit because sometimes when you do get like one just big mouthful of like just all turkey or something, it is a little bit much.
Yeah.
That bread does kind of break it up. But then if you get like a white bread that's also sticky, it's like sticking to your teeth and stuff. Yeah. You got to get like a nice substantial bread in there.
For sure.
Get like a whole wheat, 12 grain, something like that.
Love me some whole wheat.
Yeah. Anyway, we're talking about bread.
Yeah.
That might be a good all-timers club later on.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe you'll be proud of me. I ate some grapes the other day.
Oh, you didn't want to like kill yourself?
No, they were really good.
Yeah, I really got to be in the mood for a grape.
Yeah,
I like the flavor of grapes. I wish they weren't like it's like biting an eyeball. Like I just hate it. I hate having to bite through that skin, and then the inside is also not great. You bite it, and it's like a. Blech, I don't know. The texture of them is not. Great.
That was what I was worried about, but it didn't bother me as much as I thought it would. And I was like, okay, these aren't bad. And then but again, yeah, I'm not gonna like look in the fridge. Oh, grapes. But like maybe one time I will. Maybe sometime I will. Anyways.
Anyway, that we were way off topic on that one. I don't even know how. Oh, the sandwiches thing. But anyway, we're back on it now. So,
Did you ever try to...
is this going to be a two-parter?
Did you ever try to do the Scooby-Doo thing where they would make the sandwich and try to squeeze it down? And
Yeah. The old Josh.
Josh? The old Josh?
The old Josh. The Josh Allen. The old... What does he call it? The old jaw stretcher? I think is what Shaggy calls it. Okay. What else we got here? We got to start nailing some of these down.
Let's take some out.
What
here.
else are we eliminating? I like Revolta. I like that you added her in there because I really do like their dynamic and the Grim Creeper, which is just like a green like plum with legs or something. I don't know what the hell that thing is.
And he's such a little wimp too. Yeah. Like it's just I don't know. The dynamic is perfect.
Yes, Revolta. But yeah, she's just like really like randomly evil and just like hates everything. She's just like really strange. Doesn't like the ghoul school for some reason. You think she was like a reject from the ghoul school? You think that's why she hates them?
Probably.
Because you think she'd be like right up their alley because she's like a creepy witch lady or something.
Yeah.
And she's got that like spider guy too that makes the little earmuff things that have her voice in them or something. I don't know. It's a weird thing. I don't know how that works, but anyway, I don't think she's quite at the level of some of these other ones, but I do appreciate that one.
That one's tough. Man, I don't know. I don't know if we can eliminate her yet.
Okay, we'll come back to that one.
The Phantoms. Okay, the Werecat ladies?
Yeah, they're so cool. Because I really like that movie, and I think their like transformation at the end is pretty cool. And I think they actually have an interesting backstory, which you never get any backstory with any of the rest of these guys, at least the ones in the show, because they have like a pretty sympathetic origin story. It gets problematic pretty quick when they're just like luring people and just like killing tourists for no reason, but and just like to keep their youth, I guess. But their origins are pretty sympathetic, so you kind of feel for them a little bit until they tell you the rest of their story, and you're like, oh, these guys are just terrible. But
all right.
But I think they're cool.
All right. Well then,
that's one of my favorite of the movies.
All right.
It's probably Reluctant Werewolf, Ghoul School, and Zombie Island are probably the three.
All right.
Boo Brothers is pretty good.
Boo Brothers is good.
Scooby-Doo.
I love how the Boo Brothers are just like the Three Stooges, basically.
Yeah. They even like do all the sounds too.
Yeah. All right. Are you out on Black Knight? Because I would agree. He's pretty boring.
I think it's just boring. It's hard to top being like the first ever, but I don't know, still boring.
I'd kind of say the same with the Haunted Isle Ghost.
Yeah. See, my justification there was that one actually takes like real skill and talent because he's like doing like he's doing like full magic tricks to fool like an entire group, and he's got them set up all the way around the castle.
That's
and everything.
That's fair. But when you think Scooby-Doo villain, you don't really think
it's not like a super iconic one, other than the fact that he's like, I think that might be the first one you see in the title sequence.
Yeah, because
it's like the bats flying out of the castle, and then I think it's that, right?
And then it's Charlie, right? Or no?
No, Charlie's later. It's like midway through when Scooby's like running, he smashes into him, and then he looks up, and you see him looking down at Scooby.
Even though he does,
that's not his snout noise, but they put it in there anyway. So I think I'm with you on the Haunted Isle Ghost.
We could probably take out the werewolf, even though he's one of the OGs. Really, the only good thing about him is that help me.
Yeah, I know. Help me.
I'm gonna go on a Scooby-Doo binge now after this episode, man.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I've been watching. Every once in a while, I'll get up in the morning and I don't feel like watching anything that I have to like sit there and hang out because I want to do other stuff. So while I'm like eating cereal or something, let's put on some Saturday morning cartoons. So I'll just flip it around, see if there's any cartoons on, and yeah, every once in a while there's Scooby-Doo on. I think the Scooby-Doo show was on the other day. Anyway, Captain Cutler. That one's kind of like a borderline one for me.
Yeah.
Super iconic. Like I said, that's one of the ones that's on all of like the merch. It's on all the iconography. It's almost like a little overplayed. He's got a pretty iconic look, though. Just like a guy in a deep sea diver suit. It's pretty cool.
I mean, because it's the ghost. They say it's the ghost of Captain Cutler, but didn't he like fake his own death?
Yeah, it actually is Captain Cutler pretending to be his own ghost. Right. Yeah, I had to look that one up. I'm like, who is that? And then it is just Captain Cutler. Yeah. He shaved his beard, so he doesn't look the same. Like, who is this guy? Random dude. And then they hold up like a seaweed beard to him. You recognize this guy? It's Captain Cutler. Oh, well, I'll be darned. I thought it was pretty smart though. Like that takes a lot of effort too. He's got it. Like takes a lot of skill. Like he's got to fake his death. He's got to get his wife involved. She's like pretending to cast spells and stuff to bring him back to life, and he's using that like phosphorescent seaweed stuff to make himself glow, which is pretty cool.
Get you someone that will help cover up your own fake death. Seriously.
Yeah. And then he has like his secret door built into a cliffside or something, however that works, to hide his little secret lair where he stashes, because he's like stealing yachts. Yeah. And he's like hides them in this like cave in the ocean. There's like sea cave, but he's got like this secret door that goes in front of it. Like, how do you do that? How do you just build like a fake cliff wall? I don't know.
He's got a good look to him though too. Like
definitely iconic.
I mean, green is my color, but you know, so I'm a little biased here. But the seaweed just hanging out everywhere, and it gives me very. Of course, I bring it back to this, but it's giving me very Jason Take Manhattan kind of vibes. How just the seaweed and how wet he is the whole episode, like a little less violent and a little less teleportific. Yeah. If that's a word.
No.
It's not.
But yeah. I know what you mean.
Teleportified.
Yeah. Yeah. So, man, yeah, we might have to come back to him too. I love the movie. I don't think Brunch and Crunch. I don't think they're quite at the same level as the rest of these guys. I love that movie so much. And those guys are funny, but I don't think
the main villain's Dracula, and Brunch is
Dracula is just it's literally just like he's like Dracula if he was like in a sitcom.
Yeah. and what's who's the sideline reporter or whatever for during the race? It's like it's like a play on words of Vanna. It's like a Vanna White.
Yeah, it's
like Vanna Pira or something like that.
Something like that. I can't remember. She's like, Dracky. She just like keeps saying that the whole time.
There, Dracky, honey. Your face is getting flushed.
I love when they they show the crowd. It's just like
Vanna Pira.
Vanna Pira, yeah. It's they keep showing the crowd to get their reaction, and they're just like, yay. Yeah. There's like a group of like farmers, like gathered some people from the countryside, and they just like have no interest in this race. Yay!
Oh man,
I so want to watch that movie. Oh
my god, yeah, we have to, man.
Is it on anything?
I am looking it up right now.
Cool.
We would have to rent it from Amazon for $2.99. Well worth it to me.
Yeah. I kind of want to just like buy it. Just buy the DVD.
Same.
So
all right. Yeah.
Regardless,
that
though,
one's tough. Man,
I don't think Brunch and Crunch are really.
Why are those their names too? Like why?
Is Brunch the smart one?
Yes. Crunch is the.
Why is it brunch? Because like maybe that's what like fancy people. Because he has that like fancy kind of aesthetic to him. Doesn't he have a monocle? Does he have a monocle?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they think Brunch is like uppity, and then Crunch because he's a dumbass.
he does that. He has like the tongue stick out thing. Whatever. Yeah. So all right, we can eliminate him. But damn, that one's hard.
That's another one. When they first kidnap Shaggy and Scooby, and they have that like buffet laid out, and they have all those foods. All those foods look delicious, amazing. Even though they're just like a muffin with bat wings or whatever, and they're disgusted by it. It's like all that. I would love to eat all of that. It just looks so good for some reason. What else we got here? The Phantoms are good. I like the Phantoms. I like the look of them. I can't tell you anything else about Spit it out. That episode's fun with like Cousin Simple for some reason. I don't know why that's the name of the thing, but like Scooby has relatives or something. Or no, Scooby like saved the guy. That's why he's in the will. Like as some old rich guy dies. It's basically like Clue, that episode, or like one of those classic like murder mystery haunted mansion kind of things where people start getting eliminated like one by one, and then like Scooby's the last one standing, and then there's these like, green ghost guys. But like the actual characters themselves, like I don't know, they just kind of like float around.
Yeah,
I'm kind of talking myself into it though. I like that episode.
I do too, and because I'm like kind of reading about it right now, but like
I wish they made more movies like that, like Knives Out.
Yeah.
Where there's like that murder mystery thing, or like Clue, where it's like, oh, who did it? And then people start getting picked off one by one.
Yeah.
You see that like parodied all the time, but they never make actual movies like that.
Yeah. That's, yeah. They're just trying, they're trying, it was the estate's attorneys that were the villains.
Oh, yeah. They're trying to scare everybody off so they can get it, so they can take the inheritance or whatever. So, are you out on the Zombie Island, ladies? The Zombie Island werecats?
Yeah, I mean, I like Zombie Island, but they're good. I don't think top 5 worthy.
That dog, wrong, rare. Anyway, okay, so you're out on them.
I'm out on them.
Okay. Revolta. What's your case for that one over Captain Cutler or the Green Phantoms?
Here's what I worry about. I worry about we have such a nostalgia and such a love for the originals, so I fear that we're gonna put too many of those in, even though they're iconic.
Yeah, those are the ones everybody thinks of, though.
True.
I think that carries a lot of weight. When you think Scooby-Doo, you don't necessarily think of like the Scooby-Doo show or the Scooby and Scrappy Power Hour or whatever the fuck that show was called.
Scrappy-Doo. Jesus.
Probably could have put Scrappy in here. Some people think Scrappy's a villain.
Do you?
No. That was another reason I didn't like the movies. I hate that Scrappy-Doo was the villain in that movie. It makes me irrationally angry.
I'm kind of indifferent on Scrappy.
And I hate the characterization of him. They made him such an asshole in that movie. That's not Scrappy-Doo. He's supposed to be feisty. He's brave. He cares about his Uncle Scooby. He's not some dipshit, angry, pissed off, like roided out fucking douchebag puppy that pisses on people. I'm literally like seething.
Say what you gotta say.
It makes me upset.
Say what you gotta say.
I don't know. That movie was dumb. I don't like the first one.
I'm a little indifferent.
There's a lot of good moments about that movie, but there's so many bad moments. It's Scrappy-Doo in a robotic Mr. Bean outfit. He's just in an android Mr. Bean, like that one alien from Men in Black. Where there's just like a guy inside. Like, what? He's just in there controlling him? Oh, the real guy, he's just been in a bunker. Oh, here he is. He's crawling out of his hole looking like Saddam and with his freaking long-ass beard. How long has he been in there? 4 years? I don't know how he grew a beard that big. But there he is. He's just been hiding out there under there, somehow Scrappy-Doo, because he was pissed off at his own uncle, who wasn't even involved. He's just going to terrorize his whole group of teenagers because he pissed on somebody's leg, and they kicked him out. That's the other thing. They kicked him out on the side of the road. He's a puppy. These guys are assholes. We would cancel the mystery gang in 2025. They left a puppy on the side of the road. No wonder he turned evil. He's a sapient dog who apparently doesn't ever grow up because he's still the same age, because he's still tiny. He's still a puppy, apparently. And yeah, I don't know. I lost the plot a little bit, but here we go. We're back on. Anyway.
Let Ty cook. I love Scrappy. I have nothing bad to say about Scrappy. I'm indifferent.
I got a call for Mr. Doo. Melvin Doo? No, Scooby. Sorry.
I do like that movie. Some parts. Melvin Dew?
Hey, I'm just letting you go. You do your thing, my man.
Continue. Yeah. What were you going to say? Continue.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Scrappy?
I think I was about to say, and I think I was just saying, I'm a little indifferent. Sometimes he's annoying. Sometimes he's kind of cool. But
yeah, he is kind of annoying sometimes. But he's not like terrible. He didn't ruin the show. Like I don't think he's
a villain. People just hate change, and I think that was it. I think that was a lot of it. Anyways,
we could have put some of the pup named Scooby-Doo monsters in here. Some of those are pretty good, like the chicken monster.
Yeah.
Or the Chickenstein. That's what it is. It's Chickenstein because it's like a Frankenstein, but he's like a chicken.
I didn't only because I'm not too familiar. I don't remember watching that much. I remember it being on. I don't really.
A lot of them are just really goofy. They're not super memorable.
Yeah.
A lot of them are just goofy.
I don't really remember watching those.
There's a cheese monster. Which is like a monster made of cheese.
I do remember the cheese monster.
And I think they eat him. I think that's how they solve it. Like Shaggy and Scooby just eat him. It's basically the scene from... Did you watch the live-action Scooby-Doo movies?
Like a long time ago.
Like when they came out, probably. Yeah. That's probably about it. Well, there's a scene with there's a cotton candy monster or a cotton candy ghost or something, and then they do that in that movie too, where they just eat him, and they have the giant belly thing.
They just eat him. That's so funny.
Yeah. But anyway, so did you decide on Revolta? I'm out on Revolta.
I think she's more outside looking in. I mean, just like barely on the outside, but
yeah, that's a good one.
I don't think top 5 worthy. She's really good though. I like her a lot.
Okay, so are we good saying Charlie the Robot, the Creeper?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. The next level, we got Minor 49er, Spooky Space Kook. How about those two? We only have 6 left. We only have to eliminate 1. I'm thinking Minor 49er's in. If we're left,
yeah, these are hard. All right, yeah.
So we got
these 4. I'm throwing in Niner for sure. I mean, he was a sure thing already for me.
Yeah, Captain Cutler, Space Kook, the Green Phantom Ghost guys. That's basically what we got left. Holy crap, that's hard. I'm so attached to all of these.
I am too.
Captain Cutler is so iconic. My bias says Captain Cutler's out, but it's almost impossible for me to eliminate that one because it is such an iconic image.
The Space Kook, man, I don't think we can get. I think he's got to be in there.
I'm in on the Space Kook too. I'm with you there.
It's
really down to the Green Phantom guys. God, that's such an iconic image too of them coming down the hallway together. Their little weird head shake thing.
Yeah, it's so
and then the
creepy.
Captain Cutler.
I mean,
Jesus.
We're really gonna have to duke this out because we're both sitting on different sides of the fence here. Because
who are you leaning toward?
The Phantoms. I love these guys so much. I want them on my arm.
That's true. I almost think Captain Cutler's a little overdone as a second ever episode.
That one was on a lot, and the Phantoms episode, I could watch that one and never get tired of that one.
Yeah. I really was talking myself into it. I was like, I don't really remember much of it. And then I relayed the whole episode. Captain Cutler, I did have to remind myself of that one. I forgot that it was actually Captain Cutler. I forgot that he was stealing yachts for some reason. I mean, I know why he's stealing yachts because they're expensive. I think I'm leaning toward the Phantoms too.
I just think they have such a good look. The story itself is like, I mean, how you gonna try to cheat Scoob out of his inheritance?
And Cousin Simple, come on.
And your greasy, grimy fucking attorneys. I get it.
Yeah,
but yeah, man, I just have that image. Oh. I have that image pulled up now.
I just remember
them coming down the hall.
I just remember when they build the trap at the end. And they get him into the washing machine.
Yeah.
And then they have the as the bubbles are coming in. Yeah. I did that image just popped into my head. God, I love that too. I really do love that episode. That's such a good one. Yeah, I'm in. I'm in.
Are you in?
Cool. Yeah. I'm in with those. It's hard to cut Captain Cutler, but hard to cut. Yeah, that's a weird phrase. But yeah, I think so. I think the other ones they have to. We got Charlie the Robot from Funland. We got the Creeper.
Yeah,
I almost did that one for the cold open too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went with the
We had to
Kine.
go.
Kine.
That one was iconic.
Oh, I also thought it was funny thinking about, because that one ends up being like the bank manager, and he's like an old guy. He looks like Dick Cheney. Like, can you imagine that guy?
Yeah.
'Cause, like the posture of the creeper, he's like walks like a gorilla almost.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that guy? Just pretend he's not in the suit, or just like you got X-ray vision. And you can see him underneath the suit. Imagine that guy walking around like the creeper. It's a funny image.
Yeah.
So we got Charlie the Robot, the Creeper, Minor 49er. I love how they tricked the Minor 49er too. They just have Shaggy on the loudspeaker pretending to be a train in a mine.
Yeah.
That's definitely where trains are. Not the brightest guy. Old Jeb or whatever his name is.
No.
And Spooky Space Kook and the Green Phantoms from the A Night of Fright is No Delight. Is that the episode?
I believe so. Yeah.
A Night of Fright is No Delight. Something like that. Yeah. Because
A Night of Fright is No Delight.
Yeah, because there's the caveman one is similar because it's like Scooby's Night with a Frozen Fright or something like that. So yeah. Anyway, that's a good one. I no objections. Actually, a couple objections, but that's the best we could do.
Okay.
Oh God. All right, that is the show for today. We hope you enjoyed it as much as the police and Scooby-Doo like arresting people for being scary. And you can pay that love forward by sharing this podcast with your friends, family, Scooby fanatics like us, Halloween fans. You can find us wherever you get your podcasts, so don't forskift you. Take two. You can find us wherever you get your podcasts, so don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a new episode. Give us a star rating, leave a review or a comment. Let us know what we got wrong or if we nailed it. We probably did nail this one. We're the relative experts here on this one.
For sure.
All that stuff helps us get seen out there, but really the best way to share is just telling somebody you know. You can like us on Facebook and follow us at CCWisePod on all those social medias. You can follow me on just about everything at Tyler_W. Where can everybody find you, sir?
I am on Twitter at BWise23, the Instagram at NotTheFakeEW, and I'm also on TikTok at NotTheFakeBrandonWise. So join us in a few weeks and we'll have another episode of Counterclockwise.
And stay golden.
Yep. How are you gonna screw? Oh my God!
Screw Kook. Screw Kook. Boop boop. Wop bamboo.